The Lagos State Parliament has experienced a robust and historic development from its start in 2012 under the administration of former Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola SAN, now in its fifth assembly, which was inaugurated on February 20, 2024 by the Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development in partnership with the Lagos State House of Assembly Committee on Sports and Youth Development. The Parliament has continued to serve as a platform for youth engagement in governance. The Parliament was established as a learning structure to create a robust representation of young people from the grassroots, allowing the opportunity to lend their voices and express their opinions on issues through a legislative platform. This initiative, mirroring structures in many developed democracies, serves as both a training ground for parliamentary procedures and a path for leadership development. To effectively fulfill its mandate of examining a broad range of issues affecting the youth and addressing these issues from a youth-centered perspective, the Parliament is made up of 40 members representing each of the 40 constituencies in Lagos State. This is due to the fact that the Parliament is modeled after the Lagos State House of Assembly. The Parliament is presided over by the Speaker, Maria Shonuebu. Each assembly serves for a 2-year term, and since the emergence of the 5th Assembly of the Lagos State Youth Parliament, the Assembly has successfully looked into several issues affecting the youth of Lagos State based on motions raised by members of the Parliament. It has also carried out several community engagement that have had positive impact on over 3,000 youths in Lagos and is in the process of recommending several bills to the Lagos State House of Assembly for consideration. Today's episode of the program centers on Lagos Youth Parliament, and our guest is member representing Etiosa Constituency 1 at the Lagos State Youth Parliament. He is also the leader of the House. Welcome to the program, young parliamentarians. I'm Joshua Wuchide. Don't go away. Welcome back as I unveil our guest, Jubril Olasupo. Thanks for joining us, House Leader.
Thank you so much, Joshua, for having me here.
You've been in the Lagos Youth Parliament 5th Assembly since its inauguration earlier this year, and your assembly is believed to have successfully looked into several issues affecting the youth of Lagos State based on motions raised by members of the Parliament. Does that apply to you and your constituents?
Yes, I'm a member representing Etiosa at the Lagos State Youth Parliament. I have sponsored several motions in our recent sitting we actually had on August 20th of this year, 2024, at the Lagos State House of Assembly. And in addition, as the leader of the House, I've carried out several parliamentary tasks to ensure that the Parliament run, as it's expected to run in line with global best standard.
Community development is any action in a locality or civil society that contributes to the progress of the community, either socially, economically, environmentally, or geographically. Since the inception of the Community Development Administration, CDAs, during the military days, CDAs have been regarded as the fourth tiers of government by the government to encourage the self-help work of the CDAs. In 2008, the Lagos State government, through the Lagos State House of Assembly, which the Lagos State Youth Parliament is modeled after, enacted a law known as the Community Development Association Laws of Lagos State 2008. In addition to this law that focuses on community development, the then government of Akin Wumi Ambode established the Lagos State Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs to complement the activities of the 57 CDCs and 3,100 CDAs in the state. These community-based organizations have an advisory body known as the Community Development Association Advisory Council, which advises the government on the needs of the community in the state. You made some contributions to the development of Etiosa. Can you give details on those strides?
Okay, as it relates to CDS in Etiosa and the efforts that we have actually made as youth, when I serve as the as the national president of the Church Junior Students Association, we carried out several community development programs to actually complement the effort of the CDAs and the resident associations we actually have here in Chester. And amongst them include the extreme coaching, in which we are able to actually have an impact on over 700 students across Chester. Also, we were able to have the first of its kind, a Chester medical mission, which also have an impact on over 2,000 persons in Chester, amongst other several things that we're actually doing. And also, in addition to that, as the representative at the State Parliament, upon my emergence, what we actually did was to have a youth engagement to bring the youth leaders in Chester together, also have to discuss about youth participation and inclusiveness as it relates to we supporting the CDAs in their efforts. Because one of the lacuna we're able to detect is that the CDAs are not getting enough support as it relates to the support of the youth in carrying out their functions. So one of the things we actually did to complement to assist in that regard is to have a meeting amongst the youth and to discuss the way forward about the progress and development of a Chester, which also include assisting the CDAs in their efforts towards ensuring
Okay, what are the challenges as far as Etiosa Constituency 1 is concerned?
Okay, Chester actually have numerous challenges, and part of the challenges is lack of support. But as it to this area, my honorable member, Honorable Nahim, back in the Adam, the majority of the Lagos State House of Assembly and the representative of the Chester Constituency 1 of the Lagos State Assembly have been doing fantastically well to actually solve these issues related to support for youth in their endeavors. Also, I must also state that Honorable Yisha has also been doing tremendously well as it's related to youth engagement. Apart from youth relation, we also have the issue of infrastructure. Youth, we are yet to actually have our youth center. Several ICT hubs is yet to be in place in the Chester, amongst other social vices that is also existing in the Chester, which we are currently on to solve the problem. If at all, if we can actually or even ensure that we actually reduce it to various minimum, that's what we're actually trying to do at the moment. Ensure that those vices say goodbye.
Okay, talking about policy making, are Etiosa youths included in your policy making?
Okay, as it relates to policy making, that affects other local governments also. Also local government in Lagos State, speaking as majority leader of the Lagos State Parliament, because we also receive that kind of issue across the board. But in Chester, and as the representative of Chester Constituency 1, I have been taking several steps. Recently, I just visited the leader of the House of the Chester East, I would say, as it relates to youth inclusion and decision making. Also, I've visited the leader of the House of the Chester local government, amongst other several stakeholders, in which I've actually paid a working visit to ensure that they actually include the youth in their decision, because the youth of Lagos State make up the 70% of the population of Lagos State. So they have to ensure that they carry along the youth, because they cannot say anything that's related to them without them. You cannot say anything that affects us without us being in place. So the youth inclusion is non-negotiable. You have to ensure that the youth are actually being carried along in everything that actually concerns a society.
We will now go on a short break. The program Young Parliamentarians returns shortly.
Are you looking for a short channel to make your business, goods and services go viral? Look no further, as NTA Parliament is your short channel. Take advantage of our wider reach and advertise your products and services on NTA Parliament DSTV channel 370, GoTV channel 126, StarTimes channel 306, and Free TV channel 706. For more inquiries, contact the Marketing Department, NTA Parliament, NTA Headquarters Area 11 Garki Abuja, or call these numbers 080-383-40464 or 080-770-78055. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
You're watching the program Young Parliamentarians. I've been speaking with Jubril Olasupo, member representing Etiosa Constituency 1 and House Leader at the Lagos State Youth Parliament. Let's move on. Recently, you attended one Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development Youth Engagement Summit and inauguration of the Technical Working Group on Youth Engagement. You proposed a Lagos State youth policy, which was looked into by 6 groups. You were part of the 3rd group. What are your contributions?
Our resolution was to ensure that youth are being carried along at all quarters in Lagos State, and also to ensure that efforts have been made as it relates to the uninformed youth in our society. We must actually state that several efforts have been made to the formal youth in Lagos State. In fact, the Lagos State government has been doing fantastic well in that area. However, there is a need for the uninformed youth to also be carried along as it relates to development of their well-being and their development. I must also give kudos to the Honorable Commissioner for Youth in Lagos State, Honorable Mobolaji Ogulende, and the Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Tonyoke Osoyintolu, inclusive of Ms. Shidat Omoshola, and the Director of Youth have been doing tremendously well as it relates to youth development in Lagos State, to ensure that everyone is being carried along, and to also ensure that no youth is left behind in uplifting the social image of the youth in Lagos State.
Put differently, the Speaker of the Lagos 5th Assembly, Maria Shonoregu, happens to be the youngest and first female Speaker of the Lagos State Youth Parliament representing Agege Constituency 1. How are you working together?
Okay, my beloved speaker, my speaker, and myself, we have actually been working closely in ensuring that we actually move the Parliament forward. In fact, recently we were even actually discussing about how to actually execute the agendas of the Parliament for the greater good of all. So I've actually been working so closely for the greater good of all.
On a final note, how do you see the Assembly faring in the next legislative years? I think you have 2 years, constitutionally speaking, you have 2 years to spend for a tenure. Then you move to another tenure.
The Parliament is going to be doing well. It's going to be really, really doing well. Because under the leadership of Right Honorable Shonoregu, she has actually been setting the structure, she has been setting the standard to ensure that Lagos State Youth Parliament become the pathfinder for other youth parliaments across Africa. So in this regard, several steps and actions have actually been taken to ensure that we actually set the foundation for subsequent assembly to come. So I actually foresee the Lagos State Youth Parliament to actually be a very, very good height due to the foundation led by Right Honorable General Maria Shonoregu.
I've been speaking with member representing Etiosa Constituency 1 and House Leader at the Lagos State Youth Parliament, Jubril Olasupo. Thanks for sharing your views with NTA Parliament.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, that concludes this episode of the program Young Parliamentarians. You can watch this episode and other programs on the online channels showing on your screen. Again, I'm Joshua Obuja. Thanks for staying tuned and bye for now.